The opportunity to flee the toxins was taken away from our clients because they were never given the chance to leave. They were never given the information. In fact, they were told everything is okay and everything is safe.
It just feels like they don't care about the residents. They don't care. Every time this comes up or we ask questions, they send out propaganda about how amazing the community is and how safe the water is and how safe everything is.
Duke Energy now responding to a lawsuit related to coal ash in Mooresville. Lawyers for the plaintiffs claim the company played a significant role in health issues linked to ground contamination. They allege hazardous material has been used as filler beneath residential and commercial properties, including arsenic and other heavy metals. Lawsuit cites that as being the reason for the increase in cancer and other health issues in Mooresville since the 1990s. Now, that lawsuit demands an investigation into the contamination. And also, we want to bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes here. What are they alleging here, and what do they need to prove to make this happen?
I think that's a great question. This is ripped right out of the headlines of a blockbuster movie. Aaron Brockovich, Dark Waters, Rainmaker. Think of any movie with any Hollywood star. This is the type of narrative that you can have. So they're alleging in the complaint that Duke Energy knew that this coal ash, they sold it to developers, and developers used it to build property, residential property. But what they're saying is at the time that they were selling it, that they knew that this was dangerous. Duke Energy comes back and says, you know what? We complied with all of the regulations at the time, keyword, that were there. But for them to be successful in this claim, they have to prove a couple things. Was there duty? Did they breach that duty? Was it causation? And is there damages? Well, if individuals that they're saying in this complaint the individual, I should say, has formed cancer, and they believe that cancer was connected to this coal ash, then that's the damages right there. So now you have to know, did Duke Energy at some time know that it could have been creating this harm? So even if they were in compliance with the standards at the time, if they have some internal regulations, in some internal memo, some internal study that showed it, that's what you're looking for. That's what you always find in a movie.
You got to produce those documents now, too.
Right, so they'll produce them.
When you see some of the movies like Aaron Brockovich, it takes a lot of time and effort.
A lot of time, a lot of discovery, mountains of information. You may ask for one letter and they may give you 20 truckloads of information, but what the discovery process will show. So if I'm representing the folks in this case, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that directly connects Duke Energy to having knowledge that this chemical, this coal ash could create some type of harm, and specifically not doing anything about it, not attempting to inform the homeowners, not attempting to inform the developers, and continuing to sell it despite knowing that the dangers are there.
What type of time frame do you have here to do these type of things when you're talking about discovery?
A long time. I mean, this is a case that's not going to end anytime soon. So the time frame was the clock had to start ticking on when the individual knew that they were going to be injured, and then that statute of limitations rolled. And so that's why you filed this claim. But how long can a case like this take? Sometimes multiple years, because you're waiting for discovery. You're going to have multiple hearings. You're going to have depositions. You're going to have interrogatories. And in that process, what happens? You're looking for more plaintiffs. While folks are hearing reports like this, when they're looking at press conferences like they had the other day, folks are watching and saying, hey, do I fit into that category? Have I been affected? And then they start reaching out to the law firms. And so a case like this grows and it kind of snowballs. You start with one plaintiff, and then all of a sudden it turns into some type of potential class action suit. It happens like that specifically because folks just don't recognize. They're going about their everyday, going to work, going to pick up kids, and they say, hey, I see this, and they're talking about something that may affect my area. They're saying this is happening in Mooresville. Let me look into it. So it can potentially take a number of years. As the case grows, it extends the life of the case.
And also, one of those things that happened along the way, and some of those other cases that you were talking about, whistleblowers came forward as well.
I mean, that's how you find a case like this, it gets some resolution. Because right now you have a lot of allegations, right? And you have Duke Energy saying exactly what they knew at the time. But if you can't connect those two to, I have this complaint and I actually have some hard home facts, you'll have a case that draws on forever.
And this is always a good one for lawyers like yourself.
100%.